Okay, we are going to play Upalu Mundi. I don't know if that's how you say it. I think it's just like a made-up name for the place. And I did a bit of research already about how to play it because I thought it's not worth learning it on stream. And there was a lot to read. Let me show you. I think it's this stuff up here. This is like the intro. Basically, we're helping some dwarves set up their rail network to deliver the stuff that we've mined to the world outside. That's the setup. And then this is the rules, which I have already read, and I'll explain all of it. It explains all the interface here as well. But it's pretty fun though, because it's kind of like getting a board game and reading through the rules of the board game, and I like doing that, so I enjoy doing it. Oh, I did not see this before. Interesting. I guess there's also like lore going on around what's happening. But we'll jump straight into the game. There's markets. There's like a stock market. Of course there is. So yeah, I've already done the intro. Oh, and I should say, this came out very recently, 31st of January, it's available on Windows. And thank you to the developer for sending us a key. There's like these 9 intro levels that you can do, and it teaches you the various aspects of the game that you need to know, and I've done them all. And we're going to jump straight over to the first level, where you don't get told what to do, I guess. Over here. There's also this like interface is like super cool. Like it's kind of cryptic and weird, and like that's back and that's forwards, which you can tell after you've pressed it, but like before you press it, you're a bit like, what is anything here? But I do like the way it looks. Meeting minutes, date, Crush Day, Snowmorn 20. I guess this is their days, Crush Day, and a month called Snowmorn, the 20th, 1453. There's a whole world around this. Project 10, A New Beginning, customer, Big Forge Co. I'd like to welcome all of you to the newly assembled Railway Project subgroup. So let's talk about new beginnings. I mean, beginnings are not always great, confusion, lots of uncertainty, probably many mistakes. But hey, I once saw this quote on a coffee mug, something with planting a seed and waiting for it to grow. Something it might not sprout or it just withers, but if... Jin, you are still transcribing, right? Sorry, my mind must have drifted to the adventures that await us. As per the agenda, we are going to do a round of introductions. Right, introductions. I got a bit carried away there. What I was trying to say is that I'm a mere shepherd and you are my sheep. Sheep know how to eat grass, right? Just like you know how to do your job, so go forth and multiply our profits, I guess. Multiply our profits. We'll do introductions next time. Pyrail, I trust you know what to do on this project, so I guess you could learn like all the characters. Holy moly. So this is a railway building Zack-like game, and it's a Zack-like game because there's many ways you could solve a particular puzzle, but you're given certain resources. In fact, we have no money here. But do you require money for the tracks? I thought that's how it works, but I guess we'll find out. And you also want to optimize it. This screen is where you see how well optimized your rail network is. It's basically time along the bottom, along the x-axis, and then cost along the y-axis. We'll see that play out. Down here we have like our building tools, and here we have the resources that we're allowed to have. So we're allowed to have 3 locomotives and then 5 carriages, and we're going to be drawing tracks on here. Are our tracks just going to be free here? Maybe they will. Wait, is it just going to let us draw? Oh, the number goes up. Interesting. Okay. Then right click to delete track. So we have sources and we have destinations. So these are our mines where the resource is going to come from, and this is where the resource needs to go to, where it's got a minus number. This place needs 20 coal or whatever it is we're mining. So how do we want to do this? There's 12 here, there's 8 here. We could do 1 train or we could do 2. If we do 1, we would only need... Okay, so I guess I'll explain some of the mechanics. You can draw tracks, and each one costs you a coin. They have a stopping point at the end of them. You can then build stations, but you can only build stations next to a place where you're picking up stuff. So if I do this, I click this thing here, I can build a station here. I could also build a station there. So there's 2 stations to pick up stuff here, which can make things a bit more optimal, I guess. Those don't cost you any money. You can also build trains. So once you've got a track, you can stick a train on it. That uses up one of my 3 locomotives. You can then add carriages to that train just by clicking this button, or you can remove them. So you can make the train as long as you like, up to the number of carriages you're allowed. And you can also add a locomotive to your train. Can you add more? No, it can only have 2. So basically that makes it a bi-directional train that can go in either directions. So you can either make loops where your train only goes in one way, or you can make like a single path where the train goes back and forth. So let's try a single path going back and forth and see how that does for us. So let's destroy the train for now, and then get rid of this, and maybe think about it a bit more. So we want to pick up stuff from here. If we're doing a single train just going back and forth here, and we can have 5 carriages. So we want to leave enough space for the carriages to be next to this place. So we know the thing's going to do this. We go here. I think we can build a station there. I think that's fine. And we're just going to go back and forth. So we'll just go like this, directly to here. We want to leave enough space so that all 5 carriages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the locomotive can fit in here. So we need the same over here as well. 1, 2. This is at least my understanding currently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like that, I think. If we add a train, add carriages, all of them. So now, like, the back carriages are against this thing here. So they'll be able to pick something up, and then the next carriages will be able to pick something up as well, and so on. Okay, so we built a train. We need to build our stations. That's not a station. That's a locomotive. So exit out of that station. Oh. Wait, is it not allowed that? Does it have to be on the other side? Oh, there's like a side of these that matters. Oh, in fact, and that isn't allowed. Maybe because of the... Okay, I'm still learning. Like, if you do that, can I then build in both those places? Yes, okay. So we'll do that. So I think we have to be on the other side of that thing. That changes things a lot. Okay, so let's get rid of this train. Track. It's interesting that it gives us access to it. So it looks like we're going to be doing 2 trains, one for this one for that one. This one will be going back and... Ooh, interesting. How many? We get 3 locomotives. So one of them's going to be looping, one of them's going to be going back and forth. That's fine. Okay, cool. So what we'll do is this. You can be the back and forth one, and you can have 2 carriages. Okay, so we're back to train building mode. Well, no, let's do the stations first. But I can't do it there. So you might as well only have 1 carriage. Yeah, you might as well only have 1 carriage. So we'll add a train, in which case we can actually lose a bit of the track. We do need that one. Okay, so you're back and forth with 1 carriage, and you're going to be a loop. Like that. 1 carriage, back and forth. Okay. Then, over here, we're going to make a loop. Going to this thing. So, back to track editing. I'm still, like, learning all this stuff. So that's good going to there, because then we can, like, drag this along. We can get junctions as well, but we won't do that for now. It's too advanced. Let's do this. Oh, no, not that. This. This. Cool. Put some stations on here. And then we'll make a train. I guess you can start here. 2 carriages. And no, and not a thing on the other side. Oh, I guess we can do... Since you're 1 carriage, you can do 4 carriages here. That's fine. Because the first 2 will pick up the coal. Then the next 2 will pick up the next coal. And it'll maybe be fine. Okay, let's see what happens. To start this, we do this. You push the throttle forwards, and they start moving, and they start picking stuff up. That train is full. It's dropping everything off. You've dropped your thing off as well. So I think it's going fine. Let's just drag this further up, make it faster. Ah. I mean, I think it's going to work. But how good are we? How well optimized is this? Is the thing. Probably not very well. I mean, I can make it really fast. And then you get a little blueprint of it, which is super cute as well. Look at that. I love that. Okay. Oh, also, this track. Isn't this track in The Rue Trees Are Dead? This music? When I played it earlier, I thought of the same thing. It's probably the same like royalty-free music or whatever. Okay, so the way this works, this is our optimization thing. This is how much time we took. So it's close to 260. It's 258, and then how much we spent, 47. So more optimal is like either more optimal in cost is like lower down, more optimal in time is further that way. And this is, I didn't fully understand it, but I think this is the like basically the developer's projection of what the most optimal thing you could do is. I don't know whether it's truly possible to hit that, because in the tutorial it was a bit confusing. There were like a couple of dots on here that kind of said optimal. So I don't know whether you can actually hit this line or not. Or yeah, but basically you want to be close to that line. So right now we're doing terrible. What could we do better? I mean, possibly just like make this not a loop. Then it would spend less time going back and forth. You only having one carriage is annoying, but I guess you could have more than one. But you just pick up one at a time, so that would spend a little bit more time. But you've got less to take. So let's think about that. So if we extend this like this way, and give you, how do I want to do this? You could like do most of that. Let's give you 4 carriages. No. Gosh, this seems tricky. Let's see what happens if we give you 2 carriages, and then if it's better, cool. So we don't click on you. I think we can just exit out of that, click on you. There we go. Add a carriage, or remove that, add a carriage. Oh, I can't, because I need to get rid of a carriage from this first. I can't make them both. I can't make them both go back and forth. That's not possible. One of them has to loop. I guess I could loop. Oh, I could use the junctions. Well, I could. Let's see what happens if I do that. What have I done? Let's go back. So reselect you. Put that back on. Get rid of that track again. Let's just see what that does to the optimization here. Get rid of you. And we're going to make you use junctions instead. So our cost will be lower, basically. Oh. And there should be enough space. Oh, that's a crossroad. That's not what I want. There we go. And there's a way of... So you exit this. Click on here? Yeah. Oh. It's going the wrong way. So... How do you do it? Like that? Like that? I'm sure if you learn the controls, it's not too bad. There we go. So we'll go around that way. We'll come back out this way. We could do the same with you. I guess just straight to there. There's enough space for you to do that. In fact, that doesn't need to go all the way out that way now. I can just go like that. It's a little tricky to get it to... There we go. I want you to join onto here as well. Hopefully that's done the right thing. So that should be less cost at least. It should still work. Yep. Okay. Super fast. Hey, we're close down here. And you can look back at your previous blueprints as well. They're all numbered as well. And you can sort them by like the cost or the time, etc. Okay, rather than optimize that one, let's jump over to the next thing. 11. Jit tells me you're all fired up and ready. Pep talk. The story. You can read the story. Let's see what the puzzle's like. So 20 to here. Okay, well, it's not very far to go. So we've got 2 locomotives, 5 carriages. Should we just do like a... How far does it need to go this way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to there. Like that. Then... Ooh, no, it might need to be further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's fine. Put that on there. Other thing. This wheel here is for rotating stuff if you need to. I haven't needed that yet, I guess. This down here is to control the radio. It controls the sound, the volume, and you can change the station. Of course you can. So let's play. Oh, we haven't put the stations in. Oh, we can do 4 stations. Which I guess will make it faster because they won't have to stop as much. That's pretty good. We're pretty close to that line. So I guess like maybe you really truly can get there. It's the same cost, but slightly faster. How? It's the same amount of track basically. The only thing that costs money is track. Same amount of track. That's wild. I mean, it's good enough. Let's see the next thing. 12. Okay. 12 things from here to here. And you can get around these. So we could do a loop if we want to. Or we could do it back and forth. We've only got one locomotive, so it has to be a loop. Okay. So. And we can only pick stuff up if it's a straight path. So I think we want to do that maybe. To optimize picking stuff up. So we have to loop around fewer times. What the heck did I just do there? Nope. Nope. But once again, we could do a little wraparound instead. That could be cute. Let's do that. Ooh, it won't fit there though. Interesting. But we could. Ooh. Okay, so I see what we're like optimizing between. It's like, do I visit both sides of this, or do I? If I visit both sides of this, then I think I need a loop like this, which uses more track, which costs more. Or if I don't, if I only visit one side of this, I can do a little loop around without using as much track, so it costs less. But it might be less efficient. It might take more time because I'd have to loop around more to pick up more stuff. Let's just do this for now. So you, train. Start you on the thing, I guess. There are 4 carriages, so like that. There you go. I love how it just plays so fast. Okay, we've done it, but obviously terribly. Okay, what could we do to make this better? There's no way to get more straight edges next to this without... Yeah, there's no way to get more straight edges next to this. We could try the other idea I had, I guess. Let's delete the train for now, just so it's out of the way. Get rid of all this stuff. Ooh. Oh, okay, idea. Okay. Kind of best of both worlds. Loop over here. I think there's enough space to loop there. Will be 5 long. Yeah, that should be fine. And then here... What? I can't really get here and do a loop unless they come all the way over here. Let's do... Oh, wait, what? Oh. Is it more costly? So wait, a normal one costs 1. Costs 3. Ah, you can build through this stuff. It just costs more. Interesting. That changes things. But okay, let's just stick with this. See how it goes. So here, we can still drop off both things that we pick up, or all the things we pick up. We'll just have to stop more. So we'll spend a lot more time, I think. Let's take you. Oh, we need to do more of these. Over here and here. This and on the carriages. Play. Okay, pretty good in terms of cost, but not great in terms of time, as we were expecting. Wait, or is it this one? Which is the one we just did? 11? 11. This one down here. Okay. Yeah. Neat. Cool. And we've got 13. Let's do one more, and then we'll leave that there. So if you like optimizing challenges, this is the game for you. Okay, so here we have to dig through this stuff, so it's basically forcing us to learn that here. 2 locomotives, so we could go back and forth. 4 carriages. We want to minimize destroy. You can't dig through the mountains, right? No. I wonder if the ice makes anything different. Oh, it's because you have to build a bridge. It's water. Okay, you have to build a bridge that costs 5. That's gonna be interesting. when that's like actually relevant for the puzzle. So we need to leave enough room after this such that all four carriages can be next to this, so all the way to there. Oh gosh. Did not mean to do that. Let's go the other way. In fact, let's do... hold on, so this wheel... Well, I think you can just do it with scroll wheel, yeah. Okay, so if you use scroll wheel, you can scroll between the different types of track that you're placing. Let's just see how this does. Let's just put that down there, put that there, put that there, and that there. I guess technically I don't need to go all that way if I only use this one. But I'd stop more. Okay, let's put train down. Let's watch it this time instead of making it go too fast. Okay, so it's picking up all the things. Let's drop them off. Sitting back for some more. 4 more. Obviously this is quite costly because I had to dig through all these trees. Poor trees. Whoa! I guess that's pretty close to optimal. I guess I'll accept that. And yeah, there we go. That's Upalu Mundi. I'll never remember the title. So your UMC is like how close you are to optimal, I think. Oh, so I think 0% is what you're aiming for. There's if you want to understand that more, there is in the instructions over here at the bottom. There's this graph and this explanation. It's very cryptic. The blue line plots the engineer's Pareto optimal blueprints. The white Upalu Mundi line plots the world's Pareto optimal blueprints. Is it based on like real data from people playing the game? Maybe. Is that what it means by the worlds? What does Pareto mean? Upalu Mundi coincidence UMC measures the convergence to the UM line, comparing the UM's white area to the engineer's blue area, of course. Also, I guess like you're creating, like how do you create a blue area? Do you have to do multiple? No, I guess it's just that. It's that blue area there. So yeah, it's like how your percentage is how much, effectively how much of this white area you're filling up, I think. And so, no, that can't be right. Is it the opposite? No, because this is like 0%. So it's not. It's something a bit more complicated than that. And maybe you could figure it out by looking at this diagram. 10% there. Oh, it's measuring that area, but that's on the outside of the white area. I'll let everybody else figure that out. That's another puzzle. There's the puzzle of figuring out how to play the game. There's the puzzle of solving the actual things here. There's a puzzle of optimizing, and there's a puzzle of figuring out how it's scored. There you go. Interesting game though. Cool take on like Zachtronics and kind of like factory building games, I guess. Yep, that was Upalu Mundi. We'll head over to the next game now.